Okay, the name of the game is to pass the debt on to someone else. We often say about governments kicking the can down the road, but the honest truth is we all work within that system. We all have to kick the can down the road. Think about it. You're starting a business today. What's the actual premise of that business? To build a company, create debt. Now either to pass that debt on to somebody else, meaning to sell that company, or to pass that on to a family member. Either way, you are passing on the debt. So either way in this system, nobody truthfully has any intention of paying the debt. The idea is to pass the debt on. And if you look at the system completely, that's all it is. Who can I get to pay this debt for me? You have a house, who can I get to pay the debt? Yeah. You have a company, who am I going to get to buy this, what's the names, that pays the debt? Yeah. You then build a company up. What's the intention? You either get enough people paying the debt, your debt, with your products and services, so you can make money from it. You sell that company so someone else takes on that debt, or you pass that company on to family members of him, pass on the debt, or you die and that debt gets passed on to the people that you had the debt with. Either way, the whole thing is, debt musical chairs. So when the system from the top down is all that, it's all accumulating debt, passing on the debt, but one of the things that isn't is no intention of paying the debt, because none of the debt can be paid. If the whole game is to create debt and pass the debt on, of course in that game there is no intention to ever service the fucking debt. And that's why if you look at every single country is in hundreds of trillions of pounds of debt combined, of course there's no intention to service the debt. It can't be fucking serviced. So the whole system is just, who can I get to pay my debt? The government. Who can I get to pay the debt? The people at the government. Company. Who can I get to pay the debt that I've got with the banks? Yeah? And so on and so on and so on. I've got a house. Who can I get to pay the debt? Why do you think, for example, you get a house, just so you do it all the right way. You buy a house with your family, you work every day and you pay off that property. Then you die. Then what do the government do? They then give you inheritance tax, when you pass it on to your kids. They then still 45% or whatever it is. So then your daughter that has a house that hasn't any debt, they then create a way to create more debt of that. So then they have to get a mortgage to pay for that house that you've already paid for before you died. It's all the accumulation of debt with no intention to pay it. Because even that situation where you've paid, your mother or father have paid off the debt and want to pass that house to you, they then create a debt out of nothing. So you're indebted for that anyway. It's all a fucking scam. It's all a debt that cannot be repaid. And there is no intention to ever repay the debt. That's when I did a video the other day where I said about a guy that said he was worth £300 million. The reason why he's saying that, and he's not telling you the other bit that he owes 1.3 trillion pounds, is because he has no intention to pay off that 1.3 trillion pounds. He's going to pass that debt on to a family member, or he's going to sell the business to what's his name. But he has no intention to service that debt. Somebody else is going to service that debt. It's going to be pushed down the road. But again, it's not his fault. That's the way the system works. So when everyone goes on about debt, that's the game. And of course the debt's getting bigger because every person on the planet who's in the system is kicking the can down the road. Yeah? The system's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Creating debt, no one's ever gets to pick. For example, that Bernie Madoff thing. I don't know if you've ever seen it, and everyone was going, "Oh, Bernie Madoff, he's a terrible scoundrel pyramid scheme." What? He's doing what every human being's doing. The whole fucking thing's a pyramid scheme. The whole thing is taking off people to accumulate debt and none of it's fucking real. Making out that he's this terrible person. The whole fucking thing's terrible. The whole thing's fucking stupid. Yeah? And we're all killing ourselves every day in this fucking stupid fucking thing. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.